ceci va passer ici. Donc on va faire passer notre ceci.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you guys help me with this a bit? Are we good? All right, good morning. Good morning. We're so caught up in our pleasantries, and I understand because I also happen to work in the BU circles, and I know how heavy this place is, and with all of you around. You are welcome to the conferencing facility of the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research. We have a beautiful weather this morning, kind of mixed. And I think it's been the same. We don't know whether it is the sun who is taking over or is the rain who is coming in. But I'm hoping that we'll have a good time around here and you will have the opportunity to enjoy our greens around here. My name is Charles Kwe, and I will be moderating the opening ceremony of this meeting. We will start with a little bit of announcements and a few briefings, administrative and in security. And just so that we know, this is going to be the main room for the meeting. If you have to use the washroom, it is downstairs. The ladies to the left side and the gentlemen to the right side. So it's at the back of this building. So you just go down and then you turn this way or that way. There are signs around and the other administrative assistants are around to help you with it. We'll also want to be able to concentrate in the meeting. I think you've already been able to connect to the Wi-Fi. We have pretty good Wi-Fi here, so I should think that you have the opportunity to use it. But we will also plead with you to silence your laptops, phones, whilst the meeting is going on, so we can all concentrate on this very important meeting. We'll start off with a security briefing, and it will be done for us by Mr. Samuel Befi. He is a UN security officer, and he's here now to tell us a few things that border on security around Accra and around this premises. So I'll call on Mr. Befi now.
Thank you, moderator. Good morning to you all. It looks as if we don't have anybody in the room. I want to know I'm talking to people in the room. So good morning to you all. That's right. My name is Samuel Befi, Field Security Associate from UN, Department of Safety and Security. May I take your permission to orientate you with the map you see on the screen and brief you. The map you see on the screen represents the general area of Ghana, and the arrow points the direction of the north. Ghana shares boundary to the north with Burkina Faso, and to the south with the Sea Gulf of Guinea. The east, Togo, west, Cote d'Ivoire. The capital town of Ghana is Accra, where we are located now. And Ghana has 16 regions. Some places state we have regions. The currency Ghana uses is called Ghanaian cedi. English is the country's official language and predominates government and business affairs, though Ghana has many spoken local languages. Political situation in Ghana is stable, and there is no religious conflict in Ghana. Ghana has 2 seasons. We have the rainy season, which starts from May and ends in October. Then dry season also starts from November and ends in April. However, because of the climate change, the rain pattern also can change. Now, security brief. The general security threat level of Ghana is assessed low, and there's no restriction of movements in Ghana. If you have UN staff among you, there's no direct threat to UN staff and dependents in Ghana. Though, if you're UN staff, you could be at the wrong place at the wrong time. That we cannot guarantee. Street crime involving mostly theft and road traffic accidents are the main risk to UN staff or strangers or visitors in Ghana. The threat rating level as accepted by UN. In UN, when we say the threat level is 1, it means it's minimal. 2 is low, 3 is moderate, 4 substantial, 5 high, and 6 extreme. Now, the threat assessment in Ghana. The threat categories and its levels are as follows. Armed conflict is assessed minimal. Terrorism is low. Crime, moderate. Civil unrest, moderate. Hazard, moderate. However, there's no armed conflict in Ghana. So I will not talk on armed conflict, but I'll try and deal with the rest. On terrorism, there has been no terrorist attack in Ghana. However, our neighboring countries, i.e. Burkina Faso, Mali, Côte d'Ivoire, Togo, Benin, they have experienced such attacks, and you were told they were executed by these Al-Qaeda forces. Though Ghana hasn't experienced such attacks, but we suspect that if any attack will emerge, it might be at areas like international hotel, restaurants, nightclubs, or beaches, particularly frequented by expatriates. Because these terrorists, many times, their targets are geared towards these expatriates. However, Ghana government has put in place some measures whereby he has taxed the security agencies, whereby they do exchange security information with our neighboring country security heads, and at times too, they come together and organize security exercise around the Ghana borders. The leadership of the exercise keep on rotating. If today is Ghana security head who leads the exercise, the next time, the other country security heads leads the exercise. Then again, Ghana government has taxed the police service, and they have formed something we call anti-terrorist squad among or within the police service. And what they do is to visit communities, schools, mosques, to educate them about what they should do in case they see any strange face within their midst. And especially the landlords and landladies, they educate them about what they should do in case somebody approaches them to rent their facility and they suspect the person, where to report and how to go about the reporting. Then also, if somebody maybe has rented their facility and they monitor the person and realize that they don't know the exact job the person is doing, where to report it and how to go about the reporting. And that the churches and mosques also, they advise them, in case or during their services, they should deploy some people outside to keep security, so that in case they see any strange face within their premises, they know how to go about it and how to do the reporting. Government is taking all these measures, or he has put all these measures in place, so that in case there's any terrorist attack happening in Ghana, perhaps the impact could be minimal. However, if you are at any of the places I've mentioned, or whilst you are here, if there's any terrorist or any, you see anybody with arm, we advise you just run away or you hide. Because these terrorists, many times, they are, within 10 to 15 minutes, they finish their attack. So if you're able to hide at a good place, perhaps maybe you could survive. Today they come in to kill. They don't come in to take any property. Now, on crime, I will touch on hotel security. You advise you to keep your large cash in the hotel safe. If you have money with you, which you think when you get lost, you feel it, give it to the hotel management, they will keep it, you take receipt. When you are going, you present your receipt and take your money back. I cannot quantify the money. Because some people, when their $100 get lost, they will go crazy. But some people, $1,000, they don't care. So it depends on you. If you think your $100, when you get lost, you go crazy, just give it to them. Take your receipt when you are going, present your receipt and take your $100. Keep your documents also secure at all times and don't leave your baggage unattended, both at the hotels and the airport. In case there's any disturbance also in town and you are outside, please go back to the hotel. But if you are in the hotel, there's disturbances outside, please remain in your hotel room, except when there's fire outbreak at the hotel. Most of the robbers also do occur during the night. And reference this highway security or street armed robbery, we advise UN staff, or we advise you as the strangers in town now, to avoid traveling in the night or staying deep on the roads during the night. Don't ask me what time is the night. When the visibility is poor, it's night. Don't stay outside. Avoid restricting robbers. It can lead to serious injury. Please, whilst you are here, incidentally, if you are attacked by somebody at arm point or knife point, that bring your phone, please give the phone to the person. Because if you put resistance, they can kill you and take the phone, or they can wound you and take the phone. But the best thing you can do is that if you can picture the person small, in case the person is arrested, then you can identify the person. But if you want to fight back, then be 100% sure that you succeed. If not, don't make any attempt if the person is armed. On credit card, I'll say that credit card fraud is common. Please, if you use your credit card to transact any business, ensure that the amount they put on the machine tallies with what you bought before you key in your PIN. Then also, the ATM machines in public areas, they are all functioning well. But because of this advanced technology, we are picking information that some people can set up the machine. And when you slot in your ATM card, they can pick all your informations. So therefore, we advise you, if you want to slot in your ATM card, on the keyboard, we have cancel knob on the keyboard. Press the cancel knob twice before you slot in your ATM card. So that if somebody has set up the machine, those informations will go off. Now, on civil unrest. As I said, Accra is the capital of Ghana. If people are aggrieved, they want to do any demonstration for the government to feel it, this is where they normally do it. And at times, some of the demonstrations can start peacefully, by the end, it tends to be violent. So whilst you are here, please avoid demonstration areas. When maybe you hear demonstration, don't go and stand there that you want to go and see how Ghana, they conduct demonstration. No, please avoid going there. On hazard, I would say that traffic accident is one of the major causes of death of Ghanaians. In Ghana, we drive on the right side of the road. So therefore, if you are on foot, you have to face the incoming vehicle. But these drivers, some of them, when they are driving, you see them still on mobile phone. They don't pay attention. And the motor riders also in town, you see traffic light will come red, but vehicles will stop. You see them riding through. So you may think that you are on the right part of the road before you realize somebody can hit you from behind. So you advise you when you are using the road, both on foot or using vehicle, please exercise caution. Now, I also say that in case maybe you are caught with heavy rain interspersed with storm, we advise you to park your vehicle at the high ground. When the rain subsides, then you continue, so that you don't go and fall into any broken bridge. Now, prevention and mitigation measures, do's and don'ts. We advise you to take very good care of your bank cards. Also, use the hotel safe for your valuable items, as I said. And if you use your credit card to pay for anything ensure the amount on the machine tallies with what you bought before you key in your PIN. Also, walk out in groups, especially in the night. When you go out, also carry the limited amount of cash you may need. Some people, when they go out and they buy something, they pull out plenty money, they take small to make payment, and they put the rest into their pocket. I would say that invitation to be robbed because you don't know those around there. If you have any UN staff among you, make sure always you keep your UN ID card in your pocket when you are in town so that if there's any problem, you can use it to identify yourself. Ghana, they give respect to UN staff. So they will help you and give all the necessary assistance. During your movement in public, also try to keep low profile. Please, if you are in town and you receive call on your phone, know where you are standing before respond to your call. Ghana, some phones, when you leave it on ground, you go back 3 days, you come and find it the same place. But there are some phones, when you are keeping it in your pocket, people will be looking around to take it from you. We advise you to patronize these organized testing groups, especially the Uber, the Bolt, and others. For them, you call them with their applications. And when you call them, the information will come on your phone. Please, when the information comes, take the screenshot so that in case there's anything, you can call the driver to retrieve your items. But at the end of the journey, the driver's phone number will go off. And don't allow the driver also to dictate you when you are using their services. Make sure you follow the information on your phone. Don't change money from the street. Ghana, you see some people standing by the roadside, they will tell that if you have foreign currency, they will give you plenty Ghana cedis. Avoid dealing with them. Just deal with the banks or the Lances Forest bureaus. I think the current dollar rate is approximately 11 Ghana cedis to $1. Don't walk alone or stay out deep into the night. And don't go close to demonstration areas. Please, when you visit the beaches, don't go and swim. We need you alive till you live here peacefully. Some of the beaches don't have lifesavers. Don't leave your doors or windows open, both even in the hotel or if maybe you are outside the hotel. Thieves may use it to gain ingress into your room. Anytime you are going out, lock your doors. Don't use motorbike as means of transport. Accra, some people are using the motorbike as commercial. It is not allowed. It is not safe. Don't patronize their business. Don't resist robbers. It can lead to serious injury or death. And don't keep your document and cash in one wallet. Separate them. If you get lost, you may not see the document again. But if you separate it, when the document gets lost, there's a tendency that they will throw it at short distance. And in Accra here, anytime people see any important document, they do send it to some of the FM stations. You have a lot of radio stations in town. You'll be there, you hear announcement, and you go for it. On health issue, I need not to talk because you people know more than I know. But I will tell you that cholera and malaria are endemic in Accra here. So be mindful of where you take your food and water, not to contract cholera. Then also, where you are staying, if there are a lot of mosquitoes, we advise you to sleep in mosquito-treated net to avoid contracting malaria. There are a lot of dogs roaming around. People don't take care of their pests. So if you encounter any dog bite, please don't say small. You know, you are doctors among yourself. See doctor or report to the hospital. Now, on some of the recommended hospitals, we have a lot of hospitals in Ghana here or Accra here. If you fall sick, you make sure you cure before you leave. The hospitals, those things, these hospitals are on the screen. They take the UN health insurance card, some of them. I will give those documents to your coordinators. If you need them, they will help you. Then the emergency numbers also is on the screen. All those ones too, I will hand them over to your coordinators. If you need them, then they will help you. I'll pause here if you have any question or clarification to make. Any question or clarification? Good. If there's nothing, and once again, I will say that you are welcome to Ghana, and I hope you enjoy your meeting in Ghana. Most of you, when you go back, you will force and come and stay with us in Ghana. This brings us to the end of our security brief.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abefi. I've been at so many of meetings, and I think I learned something about Ghana today. Yeah, because I think the best part of it is he's saying that and telling us that Ghana is a very safe country, and it will be really fun being around. Only just follow the rules. It's as simple as that. It's a very fine place to be at. So, by way of administrative announcements, I am one of those people you really call the singilingua, like just one language. But I'm told that there are French and Portuguese interpreters in here who are helping. So please, if you have an issue with, if you're French and you have an issue with not hearing what I'm saying or understanding it, please raise your hand and they will take care of you and make sure that you are with us. We're pretty much on time, and I'll ask the permission of the director. If she says we should start, then we start the program. All right, thank you all. I welcomed you to the facility because I'm the MC for this meeting, but you've come into a home, a research institution that has so many years of really, really excellent work. And I think you're going to enjoy this time. So illegally, I welcomed you, but I think the proper welcome has to be done by the owner of the facility. Owner in quotes. I'll call on Professor Dorothy Yeboah-Menu. She is the director of the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research, to properly welcome you. Let's give her a round of applause.
Professor Alfred Yosin, Acting Provost of the College of Health Sciences and Dean of the University of Ghana Medical School, Dr. Anthony Adofo, Deputy Director, General Ghana Health Service, Dr. Sophonians, representing the WR, Dr. Kingsley Asiedu, my brother from the Department of NTD, WHO Geneva, and my dear sister, Professor Sarah Yango, who is coordinating this beautiful network. Colleague researchers and friends within the Borreliosis and Skin NTD fraternity, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the media, a very good morning to you all. Please, good morning. Are we being dubbed by the drizzling? In Ghana, when it's drizzling, we are happy. If you are hosting a ceremony and it drizzle, it means that God is blessing the meeting. So I believe that what we are doing here has received the blessing of God. On this note, I want to warmly welcome you to the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research, a constituent of the College of Health Sciences, University of Ghana. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you because the topic of today for me has a personal touch and it's of utmost importance to me because I started my research career in this very field, in the field of Borreliosis as a PhD student, roaming from Noguchi to Gan West, Gan South, and Ekwapim South. I saw so many Borreliosis cases and I worked with a lot of them. And having worked with for all these years in that field and shaping my research career, I think it's a privilege for me to host this meeting. And on that note, I would like to thank Kingsley, Sarah, and the whole membership for agreeing to allow us to host this very important meeting. The objective of the meeting has a personal touch to me, improving diagnosis and, of course, forging collaboration to improve skin NTDs. For Noguchi, this is also of importance to us because, one, as a global health institution championing research within the sub-region Ghana, we deem it as important, always adhering and supporting WHO roadmaps. As an institute, we host several WHO and Africa CDC centers of excellence, and we continually work to make sure that what the global health agenda is achieved. We are also very passionate in terms of improving quality diagnosis. And so as an institution, we host several training workshops. Even currently, there is a training workshop, which is 8 weeks to sharpen skills in contemporary diagnostic technologies within the West Africa sub-region. We started 2 weeks ago, and this will go on till the end of November. This is something that we've been doing for the past years, supporting diagnosis in country and within the sub-region. I'm also excited because I remember when we started the Borrelios agenda, there was no diagnostics center within Ghana, and as part of my PhD, we established a PCR diagnostic center at Noguchi, and this center has gone on. And within years, we've seen that our work has yielded fruit in the sense that we've seen that the cases have really, really gone down. With the cases going down, if we relax, I'm sure things will take us unawares. And so what we are doing today and what we'll be doing within the next 3 days, forging ahead together, because where we find one skin NTD, you find another. And so there's no need for us to work in silos. Working together, we'll be able to leverage on the limited resources to improve what we need to improve the health of our people. On that note, I would like to reiterate the commitment of the Institute and how happy we are to host this very important meeting. We hope that you find time to visit the University of Ghana. We have a very beautiful campus. The University of Ghana is indeed very beautiful. So I hope that within these 3 days, you have time to visit the University of Ghana. The University of Ghana is not risky. It's a very safe place. And so you are at liberty to go around and look at the university. And at the appropriate time, we also have a very beautiful laboratory, and we'll be very happy to also show you a bit at the Noguchi laboratory. My dear friends and ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I want to welcome you warmly to the premises of the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research. Thank you. God bless you. Enjoy your stay. I would like to introduce a very important person here. He is currently my immediate boss because he's the acting provost of the College of Health Sciences. He is also the dean of the University of Ghana Medical School. What we are doing is very important to him because he's an expert in community health. So he understands delay in diagnosis and low case detection. I wouldn't want to speak too much. Permit me to introduce Professor Alfred Yorson to you, Prof.
Thank you very much, Director. So, Director, Noguchi Memorial Institute, Dr. Adolfo Ofosu, Deputy Director General, Ghana Health Service, Dr. Sofanas, representing the WR, the coordinator of the network, and all our guests and eminent participants and visitors, you are warmly welcome to Noguchi and to the University of Ghana and to our beautiful country and capital city Accra and Ghana. I must say and want to add that Ghana is relatively a very safe country. The inhabitants are very friendly, especially towards foreigners. So you should feel very much at home and enjoy your stay with us. So on behalf of the Vice Chancellor of the University and the Provost of the College of Health Sciences, I warmly welcome you again after the Director and officially indicate that this important ceremony is opened. It is gratifying to see so many of you experts from different countries gather here today in Accra We in Ghana, as with many African countries, continue to suffer the double burden of disease. And recently, we will all agree that a lot of attention and focus is being put on non-communicable diseases, and rightly so. So I'm happy we are still keeping an eye on the neglected tropical diseases, which continue to beset us, and because of socio-economic conditions of our people, we still suffer the brunt of these. So it is important not to shift the attention entirely from borreliosa and other neglected tropical skin conditions, which are easily manageable if we detect them early. So early detection, diagnosis, treatment, and management is key. And we are all very much aware of the important roles our laboratory play in these circumstances. In the recent COVID-19 pandemic, our institute here in Noguchi was pivotal in our nation's ability to be able to fight the pandemic, because we contributed to science, we contributed to early diagnosis and detection so that we could manage cases appropriately to avoid spread in our communities. It is in the same vein that we are very happy if we strengthen the laboratory systems. Generally, the public health system is strengthened, and early detection garners important outcome for the patients and the population who suffer this. The WHO Afro is in a region that is epidemic prone, high risk, and we are always working at containing these. So it is important we have such network which strengthens our coordination mechanisms and also extend to other neglected tropical conditions and other epidemic prone diseases. We are here for these 3 days to review progress that have been made since you last met in 2022, and to forge ahead and plan what we need to do to strengthen our resolve to improve care for borreliosa and other skin NTDs going forward in 2024. And I know the deliberations over the next 3 days will contribute so much to increasing our ability and capacity, and also strengthening the network of laboratories in these 13 countries, so that we move forward together and be able to contain and control borreliosa, for example. Usually, when disease conditions such as HIV, malaria, and others reach certain low prevalence levels, and we then take our eyes or shift the attention, then there is always a rebound. So we want you to go to the last mile, and let's make sure we achieve the objective going towards 2030 and the Sustainable Development Goals. So once again, you are all very welcome, and we declare this function officially open for the next 3 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Another round of applause for him. And I think we missed the one that had to go to the director, because he was coming and the director was going, and I didn't see which one it was for. A round of applause for the director of the institute. And in her speech, you could hear her voice shake a bit, because she said it. There's a personal touch to this. Since I've known her, she's always worked in this field, and I know what this means to her. So we will take a few messages, few remarks from some dignitaries here, people of very strong importance to what is being done here. We'll call first on Dr. Sophonias Asrat, the WHO rep for Ghana, to give us his remarks. Please, let's meet him with a round of applause.
Thank you very much. As already highlighted, I'm going to make this remark on behalf of Professor Francis Casolo, WHO representative for Ghana. who unfortunately could not make it here today as he is out of country due to unforeseen circumstances. So with this, our chair, Professor Yosen, the Deputy Director General, Dr. Ofusu, Director of Noguchi Memorial Institute of Medical Research, Coordinator of the network, members of the network, academia, research and development partners, colleagues from the WHO, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Once again, I would like to join my colleagues in welcoming you to Ghana. First, I would like to thank the organizers for the invitation to make a few remarks at this opening ceremony of the 5th annual BU-LABNET meeting here in Ghana. I would also like to thank the group and the organizers for choosing Ghana for this important meeting. You are here these few days to deliberate on an important public health area, which is the laboratory network support for Buruli ulcer and other important tropical diseases. This meeting is expected to bring together about 60 participants made up of network member laboratories, partners, skin disease experts, and public health practitioners, mainly to take stock of progress made by the network since last year and to identify ways to implement the integrated control and management of skin diseases in line with the global NTD roadmap. Professor Chair, ladies and gentlemen, one critical need for disease control is strengthening public health laboratories in the African region. Despite the progress and efforts being made to strengthen laboratory capacities in the region, challenges remain. Laboratory confirmation is required for optimal clinical care and for disease surveillance. However, one of the major challenges with the control of Buruli ulcer is the inadequate access to laboratory support, particularly with regards to PCR diagnosis. WHO, through its laboratories and health technology area, supports member states in attaining improved health and reduced morbidity and mortality through safety availability, and appropriate use of essential health technologies within the health system. The Global Buruli Ulcer Initiative also seeks to strengthen Buruli ulcer surveillance system and assess the disease burden at local, national, and global levels, as well as in promoting and supporting priority research to develop better tools for diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of Buruli ulcer. Mr. Chair, the Buruli ulcer LABNET, which seeks to improve diagnosis of Buruli ulcer with polymerase chain reaction among member laboratories using standardized testing protocols involving external quality assurance programs, is better placed to address this major challenge in the control and elimination of this disease. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this meeting comes at the time that the world continues to battle the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the health delivery and draws on good lessons and opportunities brought by the pandemic, such as the establishment of the PCR platforms in African countries, which can be leveraged for the control of the Buruli ulcer and other neglected tropical diseases. It is gratifying that this laboratory network is expanding its expertise to cover other skin neglected tropical diseases. What is needed most is to build the necessary capacity and to ensure the provision of reagents. WHO, as a key partner, will continue to collaborate with the network, providing the necessary technical guidance and tools for the control and the elimination of NTDs. I end by entreating you to have very candid discussions. I also do encourage you to have a bit more time to explore the beautiful and safe city of Accra. Wishing you a fruitful deliberation. Once again, I welcome you to Ghana. As we say it here, Akwaba. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. The official welcoming is telling you how Ghana will be fun. It is coming. I was just looking at the program and I realized some seamless connection on the high table here, because the chair is somebody who is into health system strengthening, and we also have somebody who is into health system strengthening. He is a fellow of the Ghana College of Physicians with a master's degree in epidemiology from the London School of Tropical Medicine and Hygiene. And his interest is in health system strengthening using ICT to address service bottlenecks. You can see the connection as to why we're here. We'll call on Dr. Anthony Adolfo-Fosu, the Deputy Director General for the Ghana Health Service, to give us his remarks. Let's meet him with a round of applause.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I'm also making these remarks on behalf of my boss, the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, who have wished to be here, but because of the emergency that we are having in the Volta region, he has to be in the Volta region. So our distinguished Chair, Professor Yosin, Dean of the University of Ghana Medical School and the Acting Provost of College of Health Sciences. I didn't know that one. The Director of Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research, Professor Dorothy Yabuamenu. Dr. Sophonias Asrat, representing the WHO country representative, Professor Francis Kasulu. Directors and program managers of Ghana Health Service, representatives of other stakeholders and partners who are here, distinguished participants from partner laboratories across the network, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to have the 5th annual meeting of the network of BU-LABNET PCR laboratories in the WHO Africa region taking place in Accra, Ghana. And the Ghana Health Service is happy to be associated with it, and hence our support, and I must say our strong representation in this meeting. And though this is a Buruli Ulcer meeting, it is our hope that it will not only be focusing on Buruli Ulcer, but it will be exploring ways in which we can collectively implement the wider integrated control and management of skin diseases in line with the WHO NTD Roadmap 2021-2030 and the Skin NTD Framework. For us in Ghana, Professor Chair, where we have had experience with the integrated skin NTD strategy for some time now, this is very welcoming, particularly when 8 of the 14 prevalent NTDs in the country do have some skin manifestations. The important role of laboratory services in public health is established, and even more so with NTDs, for which laboratories are essential for providing clinical data and monitoring data about the status and changes in NTD prevalence, and for detecting early drug resistance. Laboratories play important roles for both case management and preventive chemotherapy NTDs. For example, they help the management of clinical cases of NTDs by providing diagnosis to identify cases, and also play an important role in the evaluating the effectiveness of large-scale treatment and supporting decisions on when to stop such treatment. So having such a network that can facilitate the sharing of expertise and collaboration to strengthen the work of individual laboratories in providing technical and scientific support for the diagnosis, surveillance, monitoring, and evaluation of NTD programs in countries is therefore of very great importance and value. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, going back to the NTD Roadmap 2021-2030, which calls for a shift towards integrating across NTDs, mainstreaming international health systems, and coordinating with adjacent sectors, it is our firm belief as a service that integration and mainstreaming coupled with strong country ownership and coordination will be key to building sustainability into any ongoing work in the NTD space. In this regard, beyond us, working on these thing that we've talked about, we need to recognize that the critical first step that need to be done is the urgent need to find a way of integrating with existing laboratory network infrastructure that are within countries to reach persons even in the remotest of locations while maximizing efficiencies and ensuring that we also maintain the necessary laboratory quality assurance processes. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to end by appreciating the immense role that reference laboratories like Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research and the Kumasi Center for Collaborative Research have played in supporting our work as a service, not only for these skin NTDs, but for many other diseases of public health importance, and in conducting research within our context to understand and overcome gaps that will accelerate our disease control efforts. I would also like to assure you of our continued collaboration as the primary and lead agency under the Ministry of Health for the implementation of government policy on health, so that together we can better coordinate interventions against NTDs in the country. I wish you all a fruitful deliberation over the next 3 days of your meeting, and I implore you that you do take some time to explore the beautiful city of Accra, Akwaba. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Let's keep the applause going. Yeah, the organizers just raised. Please, I'm asking if there's anybody here for the Ministry of Health who has a remark. Maybe somebody here so that we don't miss it. All right, thank you. So all too soon, we are coming to the end of this opening ceremony. The science and the data is what we came to play with, so we'll have to get this done quickly. I also understand that there is a dance ensemble downstairs. They are also from the university, and earlier in the morning, some of us were being taken through a few steps of dancing to Adoa. Please, when we go downstairs, continue learning, and let's see whether we become professionals by the time you leave Ghana. So all too soon, we are coming to the end, and we had a chair who gave his remarks, and officially we'll have to call on him to properly close us, after which I'll give a few announcements. So I'll call on Professor Yawson to give us his closing remarks. With a round of applause, please, let's receive him.
Thank you, sir. So, standing on the existing protocols, we have heard a few key remarks and a few highlights that I picked from this morning's session. That we personal passions, as was displayed by the director of Noguchi, can lead to establishment of national useful centers like we have here in terms of Burili Ulcer. So let's give a round of applause to Director Noguchi. Thank you. It is also key to note that strengthening laboratory network system is useful for both clinical care and generating data to inform policy and strengthen the health system. And it is our hope that this gathering will not only concentrate on Burili Ulcer, will extend it to the skin NTDs and also in line with the integrated policy that we have in our different countries, so that really it helps in strengthening the system to control neglected tropical diseases. Laboratory networks are essential and key in early detection, diagnosis, treatment, and also informing clinical steps to be taken, whether chemotherapy and all that. So we are very happy to be here, that at the end of the day, we will have an integrated, coordinated system that works across all our countries, so that together as a unit in Afro, we can improve access to all patients, even in the remotest part of our country, provide treatment, and get to therapeutic goals so that we reduce dramatically the prevalences of these neglected conditions whilst achieving efficiency in all that we do. Again, health systems across the country are grateful to the support that are always received by and from the laboratory network, as Ghana Health Service indicated. Their contribution is always key in ordinary times and during pandemics and emergencies. So we are grateful to all of you for your individual effort and for the effort you make in your different countries. So thank you very much. We have come to the end of the closing, of the opening ceremony. I'm in no way hastening your stay in Ghana. We want you to stay longer with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Prof. And when he said closing, and then all of a sudden I missed the heartbeat. Because we know that the work starts now. So by way of announcement, once I finish speaking, we will go downstairs to take a group photograph. And after that, we will also have a snack and then come back in to start the real processes. Then I have to give the vote of thanks. Then I said, why not at the end of the program? But we have guests here who we have to duly acknowledge. We'll thank our chair, Professor Yosen, for chairing this very short but very important ceremony. Thank you, Dr. Sofanias, for being here with us. Dr. Ovosu, thank you very much. We also thank the director for bringing us here, and we know that for the next 2 days, she will take good care of us. We thank all the guests who are here. We didn't get the opportunity to mention names, but for 3 days, by the time it's done, we'll know who is here. We also thank all those who are here from the laboratories all across the 11 or so countries who are here, 11 or 13, who are here. Then we have the organizers, those who organized this morning's program, and I think it will be the same group who will take you for the next 3 days, and even till the time you get to your airports and get onto the planes. We would like to acknowledge them and say thank you to them. We also have behind you the University of Ghana Computer Systems, and in the world we live now, you're doing something in one small corner, everybody knows around the world. I know that with what they're doing, what is being done now is out there for everybody to see. Thank you, University of Ghana Computer Systems. Then there are the people we don't see, but they talk to us. The interpreters in the box. I know they'll be here with us for 3 days, and once I didn't see people raise their hands and say, I don't understand what they are saying, it means that they are giving you good interpretation. Thank you very much for being in there. And then we thank everyone who is here. And like I said, once I finish speaking, we are done for this morning's ceremony, and we can go out now to take our photographs. Thank you all very much. And like I said in the beginning, my name is Charles, and I'm a researcher with this institute. So the photograph will be taken downstairs. Please follow the ladies at the back.